Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestlePop. Alright guys, it's the Daily Heat and this is all the quick wrestling stories you need to know for the day. First up, we've got Asuka. Now in a recent match, she did get a kick from Shayna Baszler and it ended up giving her a concussion and knocked out her front teeth. And now there is an update on that. She said that she needs about 6 months for her mouth to heal. She does have temporary teeth placed in there right now, and then after 6 long months of waiting, she can finally get some implants in so that she can have some permanent ones that hopefully won't be knocked out again by Shayna Baszler. Next up, some good news for those of you who aren't fans of Maki Ito. Her short tenure at AEW is up and she is going back to Japan, but there's some good news for those of you who did love her. She might be back soon, so let's stay tuned for that. Next up, Big E was recently asked who should be the newest addition to the New Day, and his answer was very interesting. He did not name a wrestler, but actually a UFC MMA fighter, and it's pretty interesting because he named Israel Adesanya, and if you guys don't know him, he is very charismatic in the ring, so I mean it makes a lot of sense. He does kind of have that New Day personality to him. On the latest episode of the 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff talked about Christian Cage debuting at the Revolution pay-per-view for AEW, and he said that basically AEW built up a lot of unrealistic expectations and that he feels like Christian should have just came out to very little fanfare with no hype behind it at all and just made a surprise appearance. Eric said that AEW made fans feel like they were going to be getting something really spectacular and amazing, and then when Christian came out, although he's good and all, everyone just kind of felt like it was a dud because there was so much hype, and then it was just him walking out and saying nothing. So Eric said that they should manage their expectations better and maybe just rethink the whole way that they debut these guys. Now speaking of Christian Cage, he recently gave an interview to Sports Illustrated where he talked about his frustration with WWE placing him on the no contact list because they felt like he was fragile after his multiple injuries. Now he says that he felt like his time wasn't really up yet, so he went out and found a doctor that would clear him for the ring, and then after that happened, he'd put in a lot of work to be able to get back into shape, and then WWE did end up allowing him back, but ultimately he felt like they just weren't behind him, so he went to AEW. Now it sounds like though WWE put him on the no contact list just out of an abundance of caution, because as you guys know, they do have the CTE lawsuit going, so I'm sure Vince has got to be very, very cautious, sometimes overly cautious about who he lets back on. Now here's a what if, guys. Elijah Burke, aka Da Pope, he said that at WrestleMania 23, Undertaker was actually supposed to fight Sylvester Terkay, who is an MMA fighter, but plans changed as they sometimes do, so Undertaker ended up fighting Batista instead. Wonder what would have happened if it went the other way around. And for our final story today, guys, they're going to be remaking Walking Tall for a 3rd time. Now, if you remember, back in 2004, The Rock starred in the 2nd remake of it, and so now they're going to be doing it again. USA Network is going to be making a made-for-TV movie, and it's going to be starring another WWE superstar. This time, it will be Charlotte Flair. She's going to be playing a Tucson cop that goes full vigilante to protect her town from corruption and murder and mayhem. So it sounds like it'll be interesting. What do you guys think? Will you be watching it? And that, guys, is the Daily Heat. So let us know what you thought of these stories down below. Alright guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.